Okay, so mates, welcome to another interesting tutorial. My name is Justice and this is the Honest Academy. So today in this tutorial we're going to be looking at how to make a ruffle sleeve, a scrunchy ruffle sleeve. Okay, that is what we're going to make, and if that is what you would like to watch, please continue right to the end. So this is the fabric we're going to be using. This is a green satin, bridal satin. And here, for us to make this scrunchy ruffle sleeve, we're going to be using times 2 or times 3 of our measurements, arm measurements. Okay, now the arm here is 15, and we're going to be timesing it by 2 or 3 to get the length or the width of the fabric that we need. But obviously this is not up to times 3, 15, 30. Okay, yeah, it's just remaining 5 inches to complete times 3 of the arm measurements. The point is just use what you know that is much bigger than your arm measurement so that it can gather it very well for you. So the length of the sleeve here is about 14 inches. If you want to make it, it's usually okay if you make it stop at the elbow line or before the elbow, but no matter what, if I push this up somehow, it's going to be at the elbow. But this is just for tutorial purpose, okay? And I don't want to cut this into pieces again. So here is the length of the width of the fabric we're using, folded into two. Right, this place will only have the opening. This is just for one sleeve, and here will be closed. So what I'm going to do is to fold this over again, that is making it into 4, so that I can trim the edges of the sleeve to give it somewhat something like an armhole curve. Okay, so that it can actually look good. So once I fold it this way, this is into 4. Here is not up to, but I'm going to cut it out. That's why I left it the way it is. So I'm going to make something in form of a slant this way. This part will form the armhole area. Okay, I'm going to make something like this and cut it out so that here can actually fit into the armhole and make it have a nice shape. So I'm going to be cutting this place out now. So here it is. I've trimmed this part out and I'm going to keep it open. You can see the way it is. Okay, if this is too wide for you, please use the length that you want, which is usually before the elbow. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is to sew from this point. I'm going to leave something that my hand can pass through inside. Okay, I'm going to leave a part opening by this side and by the other side too, something that my hand can pass through inside. Then I'm going to cover this place, like sew it down. Okay, that is what I'm going to do now, to sew from here down on the sewing machine. So mate, you can see that I've sewn it right round like this. Please, I did not use a matching thread here. When you're sewing for yourself, you can use a matching thread, color of thread. Okay, so I'm going to fix my hand from this part and bring it inside out. You know that this is the back side, the wrong side of the sleeve. So I'm going to dip my hand in and bring it out. Right, this is what it looks like on the outside. You can decide to iron it if you want, but for the fact that it is a ruffle, a scrunchy something, ironing it, I don't think it will make any much sense. So just allow the puff, the roughness to be there. It will add to the beauty of everything. So this is, we're going to get what we're going to fix inside, something like lining or a rope that will have to gather this to form the scrunchie for us. And what we have here is the width of our arm. I said the arm we're using is 15, and this is almost like 15. You have to pardon me, the fabric is not quite enough. Okay, so, and this also is supposed to be into two, like unfold like this, to make it have enough weight to carry the whole of this. But like I said, the fabric is not enough, so just learn how to do it and use your own materials complete to do it. This is supposed to be unfold and make this have some weight. Okay, but if I fold it, it will not be up to what I want. What I need here is about the size of 5 inches, and unfold is giving us 2.5, so it should be this exactly the same, and use it to turn it or use it to fold it over. We should have like 10 inches for the width, so that when we fold it like this and so, it will be 5. So I'm going to fix it just the way it is, open like this. I'm going to fix it inside. Okay, I'm going to fix it inside and make sure that it is on a flat surface, it's not rumpled. So I'm bringing it to the opening at this point. You can see it from here. Okay, this is where it is. So what I'm going to do is to sew. I can take it inside and sew. Or I can just fold this part a little. Okay, or you can just leave it the way it is and just run a stitch on top here. So I'm going to run a stitch on top here, after which we can use our serger and serge it, or weaving machine to weave it. So I'm going to join it to this part. So I felt like the length of the sleeve is much, and I decided to trim it again. So like I said before, I've sewn this part. I'm going to put my hand inside here and bring it out from the other part. That is the lining that is inside, or the rope that will have to hold it together to form the scrunchies or the ruffles. So I'll bring it up to the mouth of this place, and then like the other parts, I'm going to sew it down. Okay, like I said before, this has to be on fold to make it have a little structure to be able to hold the sleeve very well. So I'm going to sew this part now. You can see how it's coming together. So this is it. Now, to be able to put it together, what I'm going to do is to gather this part that we sewed. We know it's only one part that we sewed. So I'm going to run a basting stitch, a loose stitch on this part. You can run it once, you can run it twice, depending on if you're able to hold one thread and draw it. If not, run it 2 times so that it can be strong enough for you to hold and draw. Okay, because we've sewn here before, it might be difficult to draw it, but you have to try. So by all means, we need to gather this part so that if we can put it together and fix on our sleeve. So I'm going to run a loose stitch on this part now to gather it. Okay, so mates, I tried to gather this, but my machine was having difficulty gathering it, so I decided to use my hand and fix it. But even if it's not the same size with the sleeve, the arm or the round armhole, we're going to find a way and use our hands to pleat it while joining to the main borders. But this is just what it is. You can see the inside, you can see how it is on the outside. So this part will be under the armhole, while this part, if you're doing something that has a shoulder, here will have to fix to the armhole area. Okay, and so this is what it looks like, right? So I'm going to show you on the mannequin what it will look like. So if this made sense to you in any way, give this video a thumbs up, like it, share it, subscribe if you've not done so. We're going to bring you more interesting videos next time. Thank you.